ironically, we beat Burnt Hills in the finals of my senior year. Grew up south of Rochester in a little town called Honeoye Falls. Not quite so little that we couldn't be Class A though, and ended up on a really, really good high school basketball team. Every kid on that team, the starting five, we all played college basketball. You know, it took a lot of hard work. I really, from a young age, loved the game. Obviously, I loved to compete and go out there and win, and between the lines, I was a different person, but practice was where I knew I was going to separate myself. Late nights, early mornings, I would play. Wherever there was a game, I was there. I still have that trophy, so that trophy is about 20 pounds. It's a bookend in my house. But yeah, that was a fun tournament. So when we started to get like that, our coach purposely took us to some bigger tournaments. We went down to Florida one year. We did the beach ball, I think my junior or senior year. Yeah, wow. Bill McDonough. Yeah, 6-hour drive from Rochester. So fortunately there was a girl that played that was about halfway. She ended up going to Villanova, but her name was Kyle Doherty. So my parents would drive me like 3 hours to Olean, and then sometimes Kyle's family would drive me the rest of the way. And this was only for one summer. This was the summer before my senior year. Other than that, I played local AAU in the Rochester area, but when I started playing on that team, I went from getting mid-major D1 looks to, you know, top 12, top 25 serious looks, Division I. Everybody on that team ended up playing Villanova, Dayton. I went to Pitt my first year. Yeah, I would say so. It's just, you know, I did it at the right time. I think the game has changed a lot. Recruiting has changed a lot. In my training efforts, I really try to preach fundamentals and skill development over playing a million games a season. If you're good, they'll find you. You know, I don't think we need to be rating fifth graders. I'm not trying to make a political statement, but my goal was to be a Division I basketball player, but it was my goal and my passion. It wasn't put on me by anybody else. My parents were supportive, but they weren't, you know, the ones driving the bus. They were encouraging me, but not forcing me to do these things. It's important to step outside your comfort zone when you're ready. I don't think playing at that level AAU is necessary your entire high school career, because I played local AAU and I still got Division I looks. That extra year of playing on a really highly competitive team was very helpful. Coach Gerlich is actually, ironically, she's the head women's coach now. She used to be Krista Kirkland. She was on the team with Cheryl Swoops in '93 that won the Texas Tech National Championship in women's basketball. So she was my coach at West Texas A&M for a year in my grad school year, and now she's the head coach at Texas Tech. She was an incredible coach. She had some really good advice. She was one of the only coaches I had at 3 different schools that really genuinely cared about her players. I remember a moment, you know, I was going through a rough time personally, and she reached out to my dad, called him personally. There's not a lot of head coaches at that level that do those kinds of things, and he still talks about it to this day. It's one of his fondest memories of her and how she really cared about me as a person more than as a player. And then Willoughby, I mean, he would always say, play hungry. He let us do our thing, you know? I mean, we ran up the score. We had 85-point games. I mean, he didn't hold us back, right? We were all scorers. We played defense, but, you know, we ran one offense and the rest was transition, and he embraced that. So, yeah, I've had a lot of good teachers over the years. Yeah, it's a good question. I did play multiple sports until about 8th grade. Soccer, softball, baseball, and then basketball. You know, in my lessons, I try not to just do basketball-related things, too. A lot of it's agility, footwork, jump rope, so a lot of things that are just athletic skills, right? Because basketball encompasses so many different parts of your body. The ability to jump, the ability to stay balanced. Playing multiple sports really helps with that. As long as you can do multiple sports. I started specializing in just basketball in 10th grade, and at that point, it was sort of weird, like in the early 2000s, to just play one sport, but I was doing it year-round, and that was it for me. So now it's given me the ability to take a place like the factory and work with a small team in a smaller footprint of a facility. How do we maximize it, and how do we get to the most amount of kids between the 4 trainers? It's a really fun challenge, and one that I've only been there since September, and Trev's embraced me, and both Arsenio and Coach Wemberly. More to come, but all of my experience has led to this collaboration, and it's only gonna get better. So.
Right, now we're building ballers.
Yeah, we are. That's a great question. I mean, I was already bound and determined before we started playing those teams that I was gonna play at that level. I always have had a chip on my shoulder. I don't know why. I'm a middle child. I'm confident, but I'm always seeking and striving for more. But that's a good question. I don't know. We did hear that all the time. Oh, you play in a week league. Well, when we go and play those teams in Beach Ball Classic and the state games, that's why we did that, so we could be ready for the state finals. My man, you know it. Thank you, Trev and the factory. Excited for the New York Phoenix. I'm going to be the assistant coach with them this year, so that's exciting. This will be a good test. I've coached at the Division III level, high school varsity JV, every other level, AAU. But yeah, looking forward to that opportunity, and check me out, Maddy Brown Basketball. You can book training with me here at the factory in Schenectady. The Phoenix, we're ready. We're the only ones, so USBL. So
Schenectady, check them out sometime.
Yes, for sure. We'll be there.